Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It is me, Dukect, back with you once again on this Wednesday. Ooh, that's the old time side. This is the new stuff. It's been like that for over a year now, man. I need to get that thing in. It's Wednesday evening, in this chilly December 4th evening. And it has been a really fun week in the world of not just pro wrestling, video games, and everything else, all in between. And you know, I am sitting here watching the Capitals take on the little ice puck for you. Capitals take on the struggling LA Kings, who are pretty much way down in the depths in their tank to, hopefully they get at least a couple young players so they can get back to the prominence they were a couple years ago. So I'm going to be looking at that game. Hopefully the Caps can continue their West Coast win streak after one. But yeah. Anyway. Let's talk a little about WWE, but you know what? We got some stuff to talk about, and I'm going to talk about TLC. But first, I am going to be participating, as always, not only in the Dukect Lounge, but also in the Last We Were Standing, which hopefully will be up by this Friday or this weekend. I am participating in the Red Ribbon Reviewers. And the video portion of this will be, you will see the red ribbon right here on the video portion of the podcast. And it is the Red Ribbon Reviewers is honestly one of my favorite things to do at this time of year. And I am just humbled every single time that that is, been part of it. Since 2010, I've been doing this. It is about internet-based reviewers to spread awareness and discuss HIV and AIDS. And we do this by showing links and to websites, not just Ribbon Reviewers, but this time Greater Than AIDS. We're going to put the link down there to hopefully use the information with this, about HIV and AIDS and everything like that. We will hopefully, with this information, we will spread the knowledge of what HIV is, and then one day, with people who are knowledgeable about this disease, we can find a way to get a cure, and we can, hopefully have a generation that does not know the disastrous effects of this horrible disease. So yeah, that's what the Dukect Lounge and the Last We Were Standing is going to be part of that. We'll have a red ribbon in part of our video, so that's going to be it for the entire month with Dukect Lounge and also with Last We Were Standing. So yeah, that's going to be it. For the that's gonna be for the month. That's what we're gonna be doing. So yeah, don't be surprised you see a red ribbon in not only this, but also my Last Review Standing. Anyway, let's get into the nitty gritty here. Let's talk about WWE, the pay-per-views. Which, I mean, well, well, there is no, this is a pay-per-view event. It's going to be like, what's it going to be? What's the, people like to say, hey, it's a week away. At least there'll be a card. At least there'll be something. At least they say, hey, you know what? It's a week away. They have they promoted it. It's going to be in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And there's no matches here. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. No matches. Which is amazing. I'm looking at the CBS Sports pay-per-view schedule and such. They're saying that I like this one from Brent Brookhouse. Love that name. If that's real, that is an awesome last name. Bent Brookhouse. LA Kings had a breakaway. Because somebody, looks like a capture. I think that's Ovi. Oh, shoots. Nope. Back. Okay. Oh, now they got back here. Let's see what they can do with it. But hey, anyway, they said here, through the I like this part here. It says, it's a 2-minute read. It says, well, through the TLC PPV is drawing me, no match has been confirmed at this time. And it says, but let's look at some match we may witness come December 15th. And likely some hints. It says, it looks like it's going to be the Universal Championship, Bray Wyatt versus Daniel Bryan. Again, for the, it might be a TLC match. So they say that Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins versus the ALP, which is why why would they set that up? It's clearly going to be Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins. So yeah. I think maybe they're gonna do something with AOP. I don't know, but yeah, I think this by next week we'll have Seth Rollins join up with AOP. Next you have Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair being taken on the Kabuki Warriors as a women's tag. Like, if this happens, I would not be. Oh, and the Capitals just scored first. Hockey. You never know. It's too quick sometimes. It's quick, and is that John Carlson who got it? Man, 10th goal of the season, and there's 100 career goals. That's great. But yeah, speaking of not gonna be great, I honestly, like, it's just, why is this gonna happen? Why is this going to be a thing? Why are we doing this instead of building up other women talent? It's always about the 4 horsewomen. And it's frustrating. The talent, they have so many great young talent in the women's division, not just in NXT, but Raw and SmackDown. But it's just like, okay, it's out of the 4 horse. I truly think Rhea Ripley, I honestly believe Rhea Ripley could be that next big star. If they know what they're doing, I think they can do something with her. That sort of thing. But it looks like Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair, they're just going to hope. I mean, Becky Lynch should have just... Why is she holding the title this long? And quite honestly, her title reign has been just, trash. I mean, when your best and memorable feud is... Your singles feud is... let's see, who was it? Natalia, who honestly, that match was great. I truly think that could have done something. Yeah, that match was nice. Everything else just felt, when you know that was your highlight of a feud, you know something's wrong. And no disrespect to Natalia. She did a great match. I love it. I loved her in that match. I think she did a great job, but there are other patents. There's other people there, and it's just the same. And so what about Sasha Banks? That was like, they ruined her after Sasha Banks come back. Let's be real. After that batch when Becky Lynch beat the crap out of her, that pretty much sealed the fate. That sealed the fate, ladies and gentlemen. It sealed the fate of Sasha Banks. It sealed the fate. I realized then she was not going to win any important matches. She was not going to be important to the story. They're not going to... it's not going to be important. There's no... there's not going to be important. She's not going to be an important part of the story. She was just going to be just Bayley's negative influence / friend. So then again, I'm actually happy. At least it's not the 4 horsemen fighting each other for the women's championship. So that's a good thing. That's a positive, I guess, too, in the thing. Hopefully you're having a good old time. But yeah, I just hope. I hope guest 2 will fill me on that. That maybe the Kabuki Warriors get the victory, but there's no other team set up for it. There's no team set up to fight the Kabuki Warriors. So I would not be surprised if Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair take out the victory here and have the two partners have a, ooh, we don't trust each other, but hey, why not tag team such? Because I don't see Kabuki Warriors continue to hold the belts right now. Anyway, another prediction was going to be Roman Reigns versus King Corbin, which I honestly see this going to happen. It's just a pit stop for Corbin. I mean, it's a pit stop for Reigns to basically, his march to the Royal Rumble to win and beat The Fiend, which will be better than, I think that will be that. Or heck, why not put, Mustafa Ali in there? But that means you got to do a lot of work. And I don't trust, do you trust the WWE to put in that work? Do you trust the WWE to put in that work? Answer the question, boys and girls. If you can say yes or no, you know they can't do that work. So, yeah, that's going to be real fun. That's going to be a real fun thing. Let's see what else. We got like this. Then you got SmackDown Championship. Bayley versus Lacey Evans, because why not? Is Lacey Evans a face? I don't know. They don't know what they're doing with talent. And it's sad because Lacey Evans, she has everything down, but she's neat. She's still rough. Why can't they just trade her to NXT or something? Bring out one of the NXT ladies who honestly really needs to go. Heck, why not have Bianca Belair? She seems to be ready to go. Or say Candice LeRae. How about that? Why not? How about that? Candice LeRae, she steps up, shocks the world, and faces Bayley for the Women's Championship. Set it up. That would be actually interesting. Instead of just this weird thing, a weird Lacey Evans who's not going to get much babyface attention. I don't know. But yeah. And of course, Rusev and Bobby Lashley, who, by the way, on Monday Night Raw, you have Rusev basically break the restraining order again, doesn't get arrested. But guess who? Lashley does. After the Tennessee cop says to this, by the way, Bobby Lashley, this huge big black dude, comes up and says, why don't you arrest him? It's like, we do things differently here in Nashville. Gets a pop. He braces through, basically just knocks them, they go into the side, moved aside. And then it's like, police, that's assault. Arrests Lashley for basically just it wasn't even assault an officer. It was like, that's just the tickiest tack thing ever. For, nothing wrong. And then Lana slaps one of the officers, and then she goes to jail. I'm like, what? What just happened? I don't know anymore. Oh, gosh. That is... I don't know. What do you call that, ladies and gentlemen? What do you call that? What do you call that? I don't know what you would call this, ladies and gentlemen. I call that bad booking, but let's be real, it's not surprisingly bad. It's just it is the same stuff, different day. It's not the surprise. People say, is this surprising? Hell no. Yeah. But are you actually surprised, ladies and gentlemen? Are you shocked by this? No. But hey, that's what it is, and I honestly, it's just not good. It's not good. Just not good. But yeah. Oh, we got Crab here. What's up, Crab? But yeah, it's the wrestling is just terrible. It's terrible. It's just, I hope it's good. I hope WWE's, I hope it's good, but I don't trust it. I don't. Says, I don't think anything can shock me anymore, but I try to be optimistic. Well, yeah, me too. It's harder to be optimistic for WWE unless it's NXT. Even then, NXT still has its issues. Why are they still, watch NXT a bit tonight, and I'll say this. Why are they still at Full Sail? If they're so big and they're about a third brand, Why are you still in Full Sail? Why aren't you touring? I want an answer. Somebody put that down, the answer. Because maybe they realize, because I know the answer. I have an answer for it. Maybe they realize that if they try to go touring and all that stuff, they realize maybe, just maybe, NXT is not as big and popular as they think it is. Maybe they realize that it is a niche product and a niche market, a niche of a niche. They would have to start booking in the small arenas. Because they have pretty much pushed the indie darlings, the NXT indie darlings, and that's the only crowds they're going to get. Not the big crowds, but the indie darling crowd. Yep. That's what it is, ladies and gentlemen. But hey, that's my thoughts. I could be wrong. I could be 100% wrong. But you know what? I know I'm right. I know I am right at this, ladies and gentlemen. I know I'm right. But till then, until all this stuff shakes out, well, I'll wait to the show to actually set all this up. Hopefully it will actually be good. That's the hope. Until then, WWE, balls in your court. And actually, maybe you shouldn't schedule, multiple big time shows back to back from each other. And maybe when you start actually building up your superstars, you'll have time to build up your matches. That sort of thing. But that's just my personal opinion. Anyway, we're going to take a small little musical break. We're going to listen to some Arcadia Legends. From OC Remix. That's some music from Skies of Arcadia, which is a great game, and hopefully one day it will be remade. Remade it for the Switch, PS3, Steam, whatever. It would be awesome if they did it. But yeah, we're gonna listen to some. We're gonna listen to another great track called "Blasting the Sand Demon," Kingdom Nasad, from a Shred. That is a nice artist name. And when we come back, we are going to be talking about Avengers, the Marvel Avengers game. Remember that, boys and girls? Remember the Marvel Avengers game? Ooh, boys and girls, that's going to be fun. Oh, it's supposed to be fun, but yeah, well, I'll talk the reasons why I don't think it's going to be fun, or it's just going to be just a. Yeah, I think it's just going to be mediocre. But hey, mediocrity is golden these days. So huzzah! That's next gen gaming. If it's not crap, it's mediocrity. Lovely. Anyway, we'll be right back right after this here live on the Dukect Lounge. Thank you so much for joining me here on TalkShoe.com.